Hello, my name's Steve. I am a life coach, and I like to talk about things that regularly come up in my life coaching sessions that you would benefit from, that we would all benefit from. And it's nice because it's real world examples of what we as human beings struggle with on a regular basis. And one of the things that I see come up very regularly is something called safety behaviors. And I do this, you do this, we all do this. And it's behaviors that give us the false illusion of security and safety. So for example, if a client or if a person is very jealous or possessive or insecure, they will engage in safety behaviors to try to alleviate that anxiety. For example, they might, if they're possessive about their girlfriend or they're worried about their girlfriend cheating, they might check their phone. They might want them to call them when they are out and about. When she says, "Oh, I'm just going to dinner with my girlfriend," the safety behavior might be, okay, I'm going to call her and make sure she's not at a bar or at a club where I hear music, or make sure she's not with some other guy. I'll see this. Clients will want their partners to report where they are. They'll want them to text them. Where are you? What are you doing? Why are you late? They'll, like I said, they'll check their phone, check their messages. And all of these things make us feel in the short term like we are safer. It gives short-term temporary relief to the anxiety. Oh, she's actually out with her friend and she's not with some other guy. I feel better. But what happens is it becomes addictive because we need relief from that anxiety, and that anxiety is going to come back. Because what you've done is when you engage in safety behaviors, you've signaled to your brain that this is something to fear. This is something that you need to do in order to protect yourself. This is a valid worry, concern, or anxiety. Instead of examining it and going, hey, my girlfriend has given me or boyfriend has given me no evidence not to trust her. Absolutely no evidence, and this is something that is my issue, my insecurity, my fear, and I'm not going to make her carry my baggage. And that's what we do, is we want that relief because cortisol in our system it can be painful. It can be uncomfortable, so we want relief. And if we don't engage in safety behavior, then we numb ourselves out with alcohol, drugs, addictive behavior, internet usage. So we're always trying to get relief from that feeling of stress, anxiety, and worry, which makes sense because our ancestors, 10,000 years ago, it could be life-threatening when you did have this cortisol pumping through you and you were worried or concerned about something. So safety behaviors on an evolutionary perspective do make sense, but they create immense suffering. And what you want to do is you want to get down to the root of the behavior and not just treat the symptom. So if you do not trust your girlfriend, the symptom or boyfriend is not to try and control her behavior or his behavior or make him or her report back to you on what he or she is doing. It doesn't work because it's only feeding the anxiety. And what I've seen with clients that do struggle with this, it gets worse and worse over time. They become more controlling. They become more pressuring towards their partner, and they don't have that sweet relief from the thing that is creating anxiety and fear. And what we want to do is we want to take responsibility and ownership of it and say, why is it that I am feeling this way? What is this insecurity about? What is this fear? And not put it on her or him. I'm going to work through this. And safety behaviors is part of the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Fawn is like that people-pleasing submission when we feel threatened by someone, either authority figure or we want somebody's approval. That's another form of safety behavior. Hey, I have clients that will engage in even seemingly small things that we all do that are forms of safety behaviors because we are fearful of being disapproved of. Somebody invites you out after work. Hey, do you want to go out for drinks? And we don't really want to go. We either don't drink or we don't enjoy these people's company. And we always feel like we have to make an excuse. Oh, no, thank you, but I have to go take care of this, that, or the other at home. And that's another form of safety behaviors. Other safety behaviors, if someone has a panic attack and it happened at a certain location and they got really stressed and really tense, they might engage in a safety behavior and avoid that particular location. And what you're signaling to your brain is that fear is legitimate, and there's no legitimacy to that fear. It's a false narrative. And what we want to do is start recognizing our automatic negative thoughts, ants. Our brain is constantly bombarding us with worries, stressors, fears of things that possibly could go wrong, because that's how our ancestors survived. If something went wrong, it possibly could have killed our ancestors. Eat the wrong berry, wander too far out of your territory, go in unprotected where there might be wild animals. So we are always, or even just get kicked out of the tribe. So we're always engaging. We're always on the lookout. Our brain is always on the lookout, and usually it does something called catastrophizing. It imagines the worst case scenario, and then we do something in order to appease that fear and to bring temporary relief. And that's the key word there, temporary relief, because in reality it actually increases significantly the fear over time. And it's really important to recognize it. And what I work through my clients is getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Hey, let's say your girlfriend, boyfriend was supposed to be home. They went out with friends and they were supposed to be home at a certain time, and they're running late, or they're coming home late from work. Automatically your brain, some people, not everybody, but some people really struggle with this. Their brain go, oh my God, why are they late? Who are they with? And it also depends on our history. You know, some of us have had trauma, some of us have been cheated on, some of us had trust issues with people. And so it's understandable where it comes from, but realize it's not actually relevant or accurate to the current situation or that person. Or maybe it is, and then that's something that you need to address in the relationship on open communication and working through your trust issues. But your brain, so the person, it doesn't call you, they're supposed to come home and they went out with their friends, and then your brain will catastrophize. Oh my God, she's with her ex-boyfriend, or he's with his ex-girlfriend. And their phone, they're not answering their phone. Oh my God, they turned off their phone, so I can't contact them. Or they'll say that their battery ran out, whatever, and like they're having he or she's having an affair on me. And our brain does crazy things to us. And things like journaling, talking through it, even something like, having a support network is really good, a friend to talk to. I work through this with my clients when they have these type of temporary emergencies where the alarm bells are going off, and just help work them through it. And it oftentimes, when we talk through it, it makes us feel so much calmer and so much more relaxed. But I'd really encourage you to look at your life and how many times in a day you engage in safety behaviors. Hey, even something as small as double, triple checking the door is locked, right? And that is something that I have a tendency to do. I'll double, triple check if the door is locked. And that's a safety behavior instead of just trusting myself. And what happens is, if I really practice and stretch myself, okay, I'm not going to double check it, and then my brain is going to catastrophize. Oh, what if, I'm out and something happens and it's because I didn't lock the door? And it's an uncomfortable feeling. So in the short run, I will just automatically double check or triple check that the door is locked, and that alleviates my discomfort. But in the long run, now I always need to do this, and so it's a habit that I'm really trying to break, and it's anxiety provoking, right? It's better to feel the discomfort and to feel the anxiety and know that it's going to pass, and know that, the safety behavior is not going to give you that permanent relief that you seek. It's temporary, and it's a short-term gain for a long-term pain, and it just doesn't work as a long-term strategy. And when you let go and surrender and stop trying to control things and control aspects of all aspects of your life in order to manage or deal with anxiety, you're so much freer, you're so much more relaxed, you're so much calmer. Now, I will say, you're going to be more stressed and more anxious in the short run until you rewire your brain and teach your brain that it's okay. You don't have to alleviate or address or fix the discomfort. It's just simply not necessary, and it's such an ineffective strategy, which creates more stress and more anxiety. And it'll be a challenge. And so some of the things that I encourage you to do is, like I said, talk about it, journal about it is also good, or just weather the storm. There's some times when my brain will go in catastrophizing mode, or the worst case scenario, or my clients, this will happen and they'll need an urgent session. And we just work through it and know that we've gotten through these situations in the past. Time really alleviates a lot of these stressors, and it will pass over time. Like a storm coming overhead, thunder, lightning, rain, it's not permanent. And if you could just ride out that storm, like riding the wave, you don't fight a wave when it's at its peak. Wait till it gets to shore, it diminishes, it's softer, and it's more manageable. And you'll see over time, anxiety, stress, tension, suffering diminishes. And I'd really be curious if you would share in the comments what some of your safety behaviors are, and what some of your fears are, and any successes that you've had in overcoming those fears or worries or things that normally make you anxious. Because when we share in the comments, it really helps other people relate from your experience and learn from your experience. If you'd like very affordable life coaching, send me an email. It's in the description. The consultation is absolutely free with no obligation. The first session is $20 off, and then after that, it's ridiculously affordable. I've been coaching people for 11 years now. And this is what I study. This is what I drink, breathe, sleep, eat. It's what I'm passionate about, and it's really transforms people's lives. And even some people will have safety behaviors in contacting me. Oh, I'm not going to contact him because it makes me too uncomfortable. And so that's another thing that we do in safety behaviors. We avoid situations. And when you avoid situations, another safety behavior, you actually increase and grow and amplify your anxiety. So that's something that I work on with clients in coaching, is social stretching, is stretching our comfort zone, is getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it's amazing. It really changes the course of your life. Like small incremental changes send you on a completely different path, a more fulfilling path, a path where you're accomplishing your goals, your habits, your tasks. And most importantly, though, you're just more at peace, you're calmer and more content. And that's what life coaching can offer people. And it's much different than, talking to a friend or a family member. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. Anything, even if it's $1 a month or something like that, or just even $1, it's greatly appreciated. And hey, thank you all for your support. This channel has been going for over a decade now, and a lot of you have been there from the beginning. And I just want to shout out to you and how much I appreciate it. So please like and subscribe if you found this content valuable, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.